In the tranquil village of Eldor, nestled among lush green meadows and surrounded by imposing mountains, a prophecy had weaved into the hearts of its inhabitants for generations. Once every century, far from the eyes of the world, a child was born under the auroral star, a rare celestial event marked by the appearance of a radiant, multicolored star. This child, according to the prophecy, was destined to bring an era of unparalleled peace and enlightenment to their people. The prophecy was guarded by the elders of Eldor, wise men and women skilled in the ancient arts and lore of their people. Among them was Elder Mirabelle, a woman revered for her wisdom and her deep connection to the celestial forces. As the century drew to a close, the village grew anxious. The auroral star was due to appear, and with it, the birth of the prophesied child. One crisp, clear night, the sky bloomed with colors unseen. The auroral star burst forth in majestic hues of violet and gold, casting a magical glow over Eldor. That very night, in a humble cottage on the outskirts of the village, a child was born. Little Alina, with eyes as bright as the star itself, was welcomed with a mixture of awe and reverence. As Alina grew, so did her peculiar abilities. She could heal the sick with a mere touch, speak to animals, and even manipulate natural elements in subtle but profound ways. Her presence brought joy and solace to the villagers who, over the years, endured hardships such as famine and illness. But not all hearts harbored good intentions. Beyond the mountains, in the realm of Galor, word of Alina and her powers reached the envious King Draven. His reign had been marked by greed and strife, and the promise of a powerful being threatened his dominion. Draven plotted to seize Alina and use her abilities to expand his rule. As Alina approached her 15th year, the time came for her to undergo the rite of the auroral star, a sacred ceremony to fully unlock her potential, as foretold by the ancients. The elders, aware of the looming threat, prepared her in secret, teaching her the deeper mysteries of the prophecy. The night of the ceremony, the village was silent, but for the whispers of the elders and the gentle steps of Alina as she approached the altar of light in the village's ancient temple. Suddenly, King Draven and his soldiers stormed into Eldor, disrupting the peace with their thunderous arrival. Elder Mirabelle, standing protectively before Alina, spoke ancient words that fortified the temple doors, giving Alina time to complete the rite. Amid chaos and clamor, a quiet breath, a moment of focus, and Alina touched the altar. A pulse of blinding light exploded outward, sending Draven and his men reeling back, powerless against the purity of her radiance. When the light subsided, peace restored itself with an almost audible snap. The soldiers, dazed, were touched by Alina's newfound aura, their hearts cleansed of Draven's corruption. They departed, leaving him alone and powerless, a shadow dissolved by the dawn. Alina's powers had reached their zenith. Her abilities now encompassed more than just the manipulation of elements or healing. She could touch the soul of the land and its people, knitting together broken bonds and fostering unity where discord once prevailed. With Eldor safe, Alina's legend grew. Villagers from regions far and wide sought her wisdom and blessing, bringing with them tales of distant lands and forming alliances of peace and prosperity. And so, under the vigilant gaze of the auroral star, once a century, it was said that a child born would inherit the mantle of the luminous child. Keeper of peace, herald of unity, a beacon in the boundless dark, ensuring that the luminous thread of prophecy wove unbroken through the tapestry of centuries.